4th place. This is going to cement 2nd position in the Real World Drivers' Championship for Josh Martin. Ryan Elliott is 5th, and then Max Bird, as we said, in 6th place. Jordan Brennan 7th, ahead of Isaac Smith. Isaac will wrap up the 3rd position in the Real World Drivers' Championship. So not been the best of days for Isaac, but consistency on the season has been absolutely superb. And Tom Williams is up into 9th place now. So Tom Williams having a great race here and finishing the season with a little bit of a flourish, which is what he did in the first reverse grid race of the year, taking a 7th position at Donington Park in our very first race. Ran well in our practice race slightly before that as well. So Williams on for a 2nd top 10 season and running well. But it's going to be Luke Kidsley who is going to lead this one into the closing stages. Still Marshall with the fastest lap down in 13th. Ironically, Dave Marshall's worst finish of the season in 13th position. Busy chasing Matt Richards.
We've got some video back again as well now.
Let's see if we can...
Yeah, apologies.
Well, apologies to our viewers. And it is Luke Kidsley who's taken a 3rd win of the season. Max Coates in 2nd place from Tobin Lee. So Tobin back on the podium again in 3rd position. 4th place goes to Josh Martin. So Josh just unable to squeeze a first podium out of his season, but another fine 4th position for him. But Luke Kidsley taking the win. Now, difficult one here to think about who driver of the race is going to be, because that was a real bun fight.
Well, it sure was. I mean, there's so much action going on. But again, I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple. In my view, our race winner is the driver of the race. You know, he soaked up the pressure, retook the position a number of times, and he's there at the top again. So, yeah, on this occasion, focus for me has got to be on these guys that are winning the races and fighting for the win. So, yeah, Luke Kidsley.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Superb. And as I say, the key thing there is that having lost the lead, he came back. What a race driver. And Max Coates kept him honest. They're coming round on the slowing down lap. Apologies for the technical problem that we had towards the end there. A little bit of needle going on between the two, which is a nice bit of camaraderie between Luke Kidsley and Max Coates going on there. Luke, who comes from Northampton, so one of the more southerly drivers actually in this one, 36 years of age. So again, one of the more mature drivers in the championship. And has done all sorts of disciplines over the years. Karts, hill climb, Formula Jedi, Mini 7, Clio Cup, of course, as well as the Caterhams. And they're already down there in our virtual podium. And they need to be joined by Tobin Lee. Tobin's there already. So let's go to our 3rd place man. Good to see him back on the podium in the final race of the season. And we need to say congratulations to Tobin on taking 3rd position as well in the overall championship. So Tobin, congratulations. I think Tobin might have lost the push to talk button, possibly. Are you there, Tobin? Tobin not able to hear us at the moment. We'll keep Tobin on and we'll come back to him if we can. Let's go to the 2nd place driver, therefore, and we'll come back to Tobin. 2nd position was Max Coates. Max, are you there?
I am, yeah. Hopefully you can hear me this time.
We can, yep. Well done, Max. P2, hard race with Luke Kidsley there, and I love the fact that you were coming round Clark Curve on the slowing down lap. You had a little bit of a niggle with him. Was that lag or was that deliberate?
No, it was actually deliberate, and there's a bit of a standing joke between me and Luke. So we're not allowed to run out of fuel, and I think Luke maybe run out of fuel at Donington, and his code word was "give me a nudge," and he muttered the same thing on the cooling down lap. So we did that, and then I went, actually, I think we're on stream. We probably shouldn't be doing this. So yeah, we quit there. But to be honest, I've had a few battles with Luke in previous championships, and he's always been great to race against, and that was exactly the same.
It was a cracking race, very entertaining to watch. We did lose the feed for a little bit towards the end, so apologies to our viewers that lost out on that. But great race between you and he, and great to see you off on the podium. So it wasn't to be your last podium, was it, the last race?
No, I didn't think it was going to be my last win at a few points. But yeah, I just I'm hoping that the stream maybe missed a bit where I chucked it off. So
I think we did.
Oh, well, I'll not mention it again then. So, yeah, Luke just kept in front of me the whole way and didn't make any mistakes whatsoever.
Yeah, just to let you know, Max, there's no hiding place on ITV4, so, you know.
No, if you could just manage to switch the cameras off when I do anything silly, that'd be great. But yeah, I dropped it at Hawthorn. I don't really know what I did. So yeah, best corner to drop it on the track and ran wide. And all the hard work that I'd just done of getting past Luke for about the fourth time, I managed to gift him the win back. So yeah, it was a bit frustrating, but to be honest, I'm over the moon today. I think that's my first round win. I've won the Drivers' Championship. Maybe even got Ryan for fourth in the series overall. So I've had a great time and I'm chuffed to bits with it.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the fourth place points, but well done indeed, our real world champion. Max Coates there. We're going to go back to third on the podium. I'm sorry to mess Mike about in terms of graphics, because if we can get Tobin Lee. Tobin, are you there? Tobin's flashing, but nothing coming out. So, Tobin Lee, third position. Maybe having mic problems, perhaps. Hello. Oh, are you there, Tobin? I think the network gremlins are playing up all round at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. Tobin, are you there?
Yeah,
hello.
I should be.
Great to hear you.
Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
we tried chatting to you earlier on. I don't know if you heard us, but I wanted to say congratulations on third position in the championship. A fine campaign and third position in the race there. So just talk us through that last race.
Yeah, that was like a proper roller coaster of positions and emotions, and it was pretty mental. Like probably one of the most crazy races I've done in this championship actually. So it's quite a cool way to round it off. But yeah, like to be honest, I feel like a lot of that race was just about staying alive, and I think I did a good job of that. And I'm back on the podium, which is brilliant. I think only one race meeting that we did, which was last week, where I wasn't on the podium. So a bit gutted that I missed out last week on my podium. But yeah, really, really pleased. And third overall, I'm really happy with. I think, like reflecting back, I think I had a really strong start, and then Jack and Dave just stepped it up a notch, and I was just chilling on my own in third, really. So yeah, it was a really good fun season, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. Yeah,
we're looking forward to it. Just to put in perspective what you were saying, I mean, last week you had 2 fourths of the pit, so you weren't far away from the podium. It was only one place, so a bit like Ryan Elliott, who was fourth position, I think, at Croft, was close he got. But yeah, super season from you, and it's been really good to make your acquaintance in this championship. Hope that we get to do it again. Yeah, thanks a lot. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Tobin. Well done, Tobin Lee, who is third in that one. So to go back to the plot, as it were, or the script, let's talk to a third-time winner in the championship for this season. What a race. Luke Kidsley, congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. I was not expecting that whatsoever.
That was that was some race, wasn't it? Because now, just looking back at the grid, you weren't even in the top 10, were you?
No, I mean, obviously, just before the third race, I spoke to you and was aiming for that top 10 finish. Just couldn't manage to do it. But there was one incident that happened at turn 1, and I really lucked in there. I'm not going to lie. I think I went from outside the top 10 to 4th place in one corner. And then, I have to say congratulations to both winners. Obviously, Marshall for dominating the championship all year. And Max, who is already explained to you our little rivalry that we've years. And just as we were coming around the last corner, it was like, for old time's sake, give us a nudge. Oh yeah, we might be on camera right now. But he drove really well. I can't believe he gifted me it, to be honest. He had me. He absolutely had me. He just needed to maintain his pace. I was never going to catch him. And when that opportunity arises, that's a given.
Well, as a superb driver, as you say, you say that the door's open for you, but the point is to come through from outside the reverse grid top 10. It proves that it can be done, and it's just a mega progress to watch. And reverse grid racing, I think I mentioned the Burgoynes, didn't I, last time? They've been giving you coaching on reverse grid racing, because from their background on the short ovals, they do that day in, day out.
Exactly. Well, it's all, it's it really makes, the thing is, with this championship in particular anyway, like the top 10 pace is mega. So reverse grid or main grid, the racing is going to be close regardless. But I've got to be honest with you, Richard, if I get a top 10, I'm buzzing. So to have 3 wins this year, that one was gifted to me for sure. But you know, it's been such good fun. It's really been a blessing to have over this COVID period, whilst everybody's been out of sorts, as it were. So no, it's been really good. Again, just want to say thank you to you, Rich Hayden, Andy Ringland, everybody behind the scenes. You guys have just done the best job, man. Like, seriously, you guys really deserve all the credit possible.
That's very nice of you. I know that the guys that have done all the tech side of it, you know, we can't, we're at the mercy of the internet, as we were in that last one.
Yeah,
and
totally.
you know, that force majeure, that we lost a little bit of time there, but they've done a superb job. And I've made the comparison, Luke, with real world championships.
Yeah.
The admin that's been done on this championship has been second to none. They've really put some real world championships. I'm not going to name any championships.
No, but you're absolutely right. You are so right. I mean, I've been very fortunate. I've raced in, you know, other online championships in the past, but nothing to the degree of this. I mean, I know Andy from, you know, real world. Unfortunately, some of my drivers have to sit in the naughty boys room from time to time. So yeah, you know, we know each other very well. And for me, coming into this championship prior, the fact that you had all of this in place, you know, actual officials that do this as a living, you know, it just makes the whole thing a bit more professional anyway. But no, once again, hats off to everybody, because you've done a superb job. Thank you.
Well, hats off to you, mate. You've won the final race of this season, and you got driver of the race as well from myself and Anthony Williams. So
well, that's amazing. Well, look at that. What a way to end the championship. I'll take that all day long. Once again, many thanks, Richard. You're a gentleman.
Well done, mate. You too, mate. We'll see you in the paddock soon.
Yeah, can't wait. Look forward to it. See you soon, mate.
Cheers,
Take
Luke.
care.
One of the things that I said, Anthony, after these rounds, or couldn't when it started, we couldn't go in the bar afterwards, but we can have a socially distanced pint now when we're at the circuit.
Well, absolutely, that'll be great fun to do, won't it? And I had my first restaurant meal a couple of nights ago, and enjoyed it so much that I went out again to the same restaurant last night.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
Eat out to help out has got to be the way to go. And I don't know if you noticed it there. I think it was Tobin just managing to get another Bee Gees track in, staying alive.
See, you've got to get into listen to the radio in the morning and get onto Popmaster.
I'll have to have a go at that.
So I think we're going to have a Zoom chat as well at some point. Let's see if I can join it. So if you are staying with us, which we hope that you can, what I probably need is an invite to the Zoom link if it's on.
Yes, exactly the same.
So let's see if we can get into that. So what we're doing at the moment is we're just sorting out something that's going to be streamed for you, which is a Zoom call with the top drivers that we have from the overall championship. That at the moment I'm just searching, because I'm trying to juggle three things at once and look for the Zoom meeting invite as well. So if someone can ping that over to me, that would be useful to join in. Otherwise, I think your host might be the likes of Mike and Rich Hayden to be able to go through that. It's in our voice channel somewhere. Here we come. It's coming through. So I'll try and keep the same audio source on for this. So we're just opening up the link now, and it'd be good to have a chat with our driver and actually see each other as well in here. My Zoom's just connecting at the moment, so bear with us as we come through. And I think Mike is our meeting host, and this is our championship winners chat that you're about to join here. And you'll be able to see the faces behind the. I should probably mute my. There we go. So we've got everybody now, I think, coming in. My missus has just come in with a cup of tea as well. So you can see the tricks of the commentators. There we are. With tea being delivered. Thank you, dear. That's very nice. So Rich Hayden's there as well. Oh, good to see you all. And an unusual. This is our virtual bar, isn't it? A tea bar. I've got to say that James, our virtual racer who co-commentated with me a couple of weeks ago, would be mightily impressed to see the tea that's on offer, wouldn't he? So, who should we start with? Rich Hayden. Can you hear me? Can you hear us, Rich? I don't think you can hear. We can see two of you, actually. I've got two of you in here. Okay, there we go. It's gone back to normal now. I tell you, what we'll do then is we'll go over to Dave Marshall. And Dave, is it sinking in yet?
You go racing at least for one round. One
Yeah.
option going to be. But don't get me wrong, I'm going to take with everything I've got. I'm already trying to put things in place to mean I can do the following rounds as well, whether sponsorship or another venue. You know, it's what a whirlwind it's been, and fantastic 8 weeks. And thank Rich very much for putting it on. Fantastic championship, and St Anthony. You know, what a price to put on the line for a sim championship. And you know, if it's anything to go by, if there's another one, it's going to be the one to watch, isn't it?
I think so. I think we've all learned an incredible amount from doing this. I've had an absolute blast doing it. And Rich, if you can hear us, you know, well done, superb job in putting it on. And what does it mean to you to have everybody here? You know, it's a big breathe a big sigh of relief, I guess, now for a bit.
Hi, yeah. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, we can.
Fantastic. Right, yeah. So, you know, what a last round. Fantastic. You know, there's been so much work put in by everybody. You know, yourself, Mac, Mike.
Apologies, the voice isn't coming through.
Giving us the go-ahead to do this. It's been a fantastic first season. Met some really good personalities along the way, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, really pleased it's ended on a high note. We are already picking the planning for next season.
That's great to hear. Really, really good news to hear. We'll move over to our real world champion. Max, we've heard from you a couple of times today already. We can see you there in your rig. And have the family been following you as well, Mum and Dad?
Dad actually came round midway through that second qualifying because I thought something had broken. There was no times popping up, and actually I'd just not done a lap without track limits. So yeah, they followed closely, and actually at that point I think I was on a lap that was up, and then he came in. Yeah, so they've been following it big time, and yeah, sort of ringing in to see how I'm getting on, and I've really enjoyed it. So I've had to put up with me being a bit busy over the lockdown, really.
Have you got to go and do work in the garage now?
No, this afternoon involves putting all the race result graphics up from this race, getting all the images done, so they'll take about 500 images. So yeah, I'll probably be here till 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight, trying to finish up from today's racing.
One of the regular championships that I'm involved with, sadly we're not filming this year, there's no budget, as you can imagine with COVID and everything going on. It's the Legends Cars Championship at Croft this weekend, so if you get a chance to pop out and say hello to them, I'm sure they'd be delighted to see you down there.
Yeah, I'm hoping, so tomorrow I'm actually doing the World Rallycross Esports Championship. Yeah, so it's like it's a pretty big series, sort of backed by the championship. Dave Marshall has been coaching me in that because he's actually third in the world in rallycross, or second or third? Second. Okay, sorry, I downplayed him a bit there. But
is there anything he's not good at?
No, it's annoying. And he's actually pretty good in a real car as well. Like I was saying earlier in stream, I've had the pleasure of sitting alongside Dave and Jack, and both are very, very quick lads in a real car. Hopefully at some point I'll get the chance to jump in with Toby and see whether sort of the virtual world is also there in real, and I'm sure from what I've seen it will be.
Let's have a word with Toby. He's sitting there third in the championship. Toby, first time I've seen you in your rig chair. Sadly, we didn't get a chance to do an interview with you as one of our featured interviewees, but if we do the championship again, then that's something that we'll certainly put right. So, what are you going to do with your Saturdays now?
Yeah, first of all, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Excellent. Okay, that's phase one complete for this interview. Saturday. I don't really know. It's going to feel so weird. I'm sure all the other drivers are going to agree that Saturday has just been mini challenge day, and I've just kind of become accustomed to that to such an extent that it will feel very unusual coming away. But yeah, as I said, the season was great fun. I just really enjoyed it, and I just really look forward to the next one. And I also really look forward to getting in a car with Max, so he can teach me a little bit about what the real world is like. Because from my background, this is the first time I've ever competed on a wheel and pedals, believe it or not, in a full season. Because my background of playing racing games is done entirely on a controller, and so I've had to relearn everything that I've done just for this, and it's been the challenge has been awesome, and yeah, it was just really good fun at the end of the day, and I can't wait to make that transition as well and have a taste of what it's like in life.
I hope we can get you into a real race car at some point, and I get the chance to commentate on those races as well. I'm not sure if there's anybody else on stream. We have got Josh Martin there as well. Josh, I can see the other angle to what we had on our interview. First of all, thanks for sorting out that interview for us in the week. I thought it went really well. And, well done on second position to Max in the Real World Drivers' Championship. Superb effort over the course of the season, and another great result during the final race.
Yeah, I couldn't quite get that podium. I keep just coming fourth. I seem every race. I had 2 fourths in that one. And yeah, it went alright. I got involved in that crash on the second lap of the last race, so it was quite a good recovery drive back up to fourth. But yeah, it's been a really good fun championship. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope to do the next season.
I hope so too. I was talking to Anthony Williams obviously about hoping to be able to get you on the grid for this year at some point. If not this year, then next year. I just wanted to say, and there's a point I made earlier on when I was commentating, is that when we did the interview on Thursday night, I think we did the interview.
Yeah.
And I asked drivers about the background, and you were really modest. You're one of the most modest drivers that I've interviewed, and you didn't mention your championships, and we had to put them up as a graphic. So if anybody watches the interview back, you'll see that halfway through Tobin's interview, I actually put up his championship titles, because I think it's important for people who, on ITV, we spend far too long talking to the likes of Matt Neal and Jason Plato. They get loads of airtime, but when we get to see you guys racing, I think it's really important that the people get to understand that there are other drivers who are trying to make it onto the grid with less budgets, less profile. Unless we give you the profile and get the chance to build you up, then what's the point of us being there? So I was quite keen to put your titles up, and I did that. Make no apology for doing that. And we do the same with anyone. We need to build you up and paint a picture of who you guys are. So well done on a super year coming in that runner-up position. It was really good, consistent racing from you. Rich has dropped off the Zoom call now, hasn't he? I think. Are we winding this one up now and going back onto Discord, perhaps?
Just trying to get Anthony to join us for...
That would be cool. That would be very cool.
I must admit, whilst I've done loads of quizzes, I've not done many hosts of Zoom calls, so I'm learning it.
Zoom's been a real bonus to most of us, I think, I've done most of the interviews over Zoom. I've kind of outgrown it now, which is a little bit of a shame, but
he should hopefully be joining us in a second. I think it'd be nice for him to almost officially give the prize away today, really.
It would be good to do that. We'll see if we can get them back on. If you're still with us on stream, thanks ever so much for your company. Appreciate you joining us now. You've enjoyed the racing, and you'll come and do the business again with us for the Autumn-Winter Championship. So Dave Marshall, is the Autumn-Winter Championship something that you would come back and do?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend what the prize and the structure looks like for the calendar. I just quite simply don't know what the real opportunity might give us, whether it ends up continuing a season or what. But from a racing point of view, like the way it makes you practice racecraft, it's exactly like real world. You know, the buzz you get and the feeling if you're going for a gap, or it's exactly the same. So from a practice point of view alone, it's something that's fantastic to keep on board with.
There's Anthony. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, bear with me a second, we might get some feedback if we're not careful.
Dave, what you were saying about the real racing, certainly I can't remember what race it was in now because we've had 4 today, but there was one where you were racing with Tobin, and this applies to Tobin as well. Coming up to Dave, you made the pass on Tobin coming up into Druids, and you did a great pass, you took the opportunity, but Tobin respected you and left the room, didn't turn in on you. It was classic clean motor racing, so fair play to both of you. And that was exactly like watching a real world one, but without the damage.
Yeah, so that was quite a risky move, if I'm honest. I was in the flow of the track and we had good pace. And if I'm honest, I saw a win on the board. I thought I had the pace to get through to first place, but it's left on the clock like that. And came up into a great run down paddock. I thought, Tobin's half blocked the double to the gap at the inside, and I just touched the brake and just took it behind him and put the inside. But once you get to that point, you can't defend it. So, granted, I didn't give him much leg, can't afford for him to get back down Graham Hill. So, yeah, it was a good move, and then it was all we go hit the pot really after Butler get back across the track. But how can I be disappointed really? I'm on cloud 9 after race 2, so fantastic race.
Let's bring in Anthony. I hope you can hear us, Anthony. And it's been a pleasure. Obviously, I worked on being challenged a little bit last season, which was great. For it to arrive on the touring car program this year is absolutely mega. I think we've been hoping and keeping our fingers crossed for it for years, and to have this as an appetizer for this year's championship, it's been absolutely superb for me. How have you found it?
Well, I think that's, hopefully you can hear me. As I've said a number of times to you sort of off air, if I'm perfectly frank, the idea of watching sim racing isn't something that particularly appealed to me before this actually started. I was keen to do something, but once I've got into it, it really has been enjoyable, and the racing, it's as close as you can get to the real thing, and I've really got into it. And I think perhaps with when you get to know the personalities a bit more and you start to understand the way they drive, and you start giving them nicknames like the machine and that kind of thing, it starts to become more real. And certainly the drivers have made it entertaining, and I've enjoyed doing the commentary on the occasion, so I've had the opportunity to do so.
I've loved working with you on it. We didn't get a nickname for Josh or Tobin, did we? Did Josh, did you have a nickname in the minis last year?
No.
We'll have to sort one out, won't we? And for Tobin as well. So have either Josh or Tobin got nicknames out in the real world? Don't be embarrassed to tell us.
I don't. Put that one out there.
You would say that.
I heard Tobin's was the Pink Panther.
Yeah, I was going to say it has to be something to do with pink. Don't do that to me. The Pink Panther, I like it.
Well, maybe keep that for next time. He'll change his livery then.
Yeah.
Any closing thought? I want to say thanks to Mike as well. Mike's not on the Zoom call, but he's worked like a Trojan on this as well, getting things set up, and it's been a little bit of a I won't say unsung hero because I'm singing the praises now, but he's worked so hard on it. And Mike is the guy I'm talking about from City Race, who's done the race direction, so he's been changing the shots. So every time you see, you don't think about it, but every time you see the camera move from the to going from an onboard shot or to an outfield shot and going back, looking at the battles that are going on, that guy's been thinking about calculating the best things to watch and he's done such a great job doing that. Really cracking job.
I think it's also worth noting, Richard, that all of you guys that have been involved in sort of operation of the series, there's a very small number of people doing what in the real world is done by dozens of people. And you guys should really take a lot of credit for putting such a professional package together on pretty limited resources, frankly.
And just to prove that fact, while we're having this call, I'm doing the championship standings while we're talking.
Multitasking.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure what the plan is now, but if we're nearly done, I guess we might go back into Discord and maybe do the results graphics or the Cheerio graphics. Are we going to have the results before we go, or are we?
Well, I think just before we do that, Richard, I just wanted to say a couple of words really to our champion, or champions actually, but first of all, Dave Marshall. Really looking forward to welcoming you to the mini challenge. Obviously, we'll probably have a chat fairly soon about a plan for that in terms of which rounds and how you're going to do that. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how you do in the real series. I imagine that you're going to do exceptionally well, frankly. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that's an opportunity for you to build a real racing career over the coming months and years ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to take with everything I've got, as I said. So far, approaching sponsors, I've had reasonable good success. 10 sponsors on board for the touring car series already. But it's like that initial platform for us to try and get a package, and then hopefully we can go from there and run it from there. So, just want to say a massive thanks to my mum and dad and my girlfriend, and the support from their family. I don't know how to put the last 8 weeks, if I'm honest. Been a massive mental game. And for me, getting past round 5, going in, I knew that's where the damage happened. So to dominate Snetterton like I did, I knew it was going to be a lot harder for Jack to do what I've done in 5 rounds in 3. So yeah, let's hope I can take that experience, put it into real life, and keep that mental game.
Very good. Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing you racing. So well done, Dave. And also, Max, I just want to say thanks so much to you for putting all of this together. Obviously, behind the scenes, you've been instrumental in putting the eSeries together and effectively encouraging me to get on with it to make it happen. So thank you so much for that. It's been great over the last few weeks when we've all been somewhat more constrained as to what we can do. But even more than that, congratulations on your real-world win and obviously the opportunity to get that amazing new rig that's from Simply Racing. It's really good job. Virtual Reality Racing Club. So well done.
To be honest, when we were organising the prizes, I didn't really think I'd be organising it for me. I didn't. And to be fair, I think had Josh Hislop not dropped out midway through, he definitely deserves a mention. It would have been a whole lot harder. By the same token, I've been challenged by a number of different people, and even going into today, it wasn't a done deal. Josh has pushed me all the way. He's had some bad luck at times, and as have I. But I think it's been a great series, and hopefully, what it allows us to do is merge what is virtual racing into real world, and gives us guys in the real world a chance to race against the sim racers. And now Dave, Tobin, and Jack will get a chance to drive a real world mini challenge car. And hopefully they will join the real world grid, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, well, that's certainly the case, Max. That was obviously part of the intention originally, was that we would try and make that crossover, and it's something that you and I, as we continue to develop things for the next season in the series and indeed future seasons, is going to be a real focus to make sure we do get that crossover between the sim racing and the real world. Talking of which, Josh Martin, are you going to be racing with us this year? We've got to get you out there. Come on.
I plan on being there. It's just getting all the sponsorship together with the current pandemic's a bit tricky. But I'll definitely be there for a couple of rounds, or even the whole championship. Don't know yet, but yeah, I'll definitely be there.
Well, we need to make sure we twist your mum and dad's arm as much as possible.
Josh, if
I've a bit of email correspondence with Dean, and fingers crossed we can make it happen.
Send him some more emails.
if the video we did is of any use to send to sponsors, let me know, and we can maybe tweak it and do a bit more with it. So if I can help at all, let me know.
Okay.
So Tobin, obviously I haven't spoken with you yet, but as you know, got your new nickname, Pink Panther. So maybe if we can get you out there on the real world racetrack in a bright day glow pink race car, you'll certainly stand out.
To be fair, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
It would indeed. I used to, when I was your age, I used to do model car racing, remote control car racing, pretty seriously, which I don't admit to everyone, by the way. And
just live on stream now, no answer.
Exactly. Too many people watching us, but of course it is there recorded for posterity. And anyway, so usually my car would be at least partially Dado pink. So yeah, we've got a bit of ability there, folks.
Yeah, you're a man of taste.
Indeed, absolutely.
And Toby, if you want me to design your livery, you can get out of the real car.
Okay, Rich, I'll get in touch. It'll be nice and easy, you just need the ping.
That's why I offered.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
What's that? Mike's joined us as well, right?
Hello, I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Forgot to push the on.
He's
done a max codes and stayed on mute.
he's working on something.
Oh.
Mike sorted all of these technical things out over the last 8 weeks and been spot on with it. So it's typical it would go right at the end, isn't it?
Sorry about that. You're on the stream now. My laptop battery died. And that's why I was taking my Zoom call. Apologies.
But we're no doubt as to who our champions are. A big thank you from me again to everybody for putting this together and for everybody watching it. So well done to all the drivers who took part in any of the rounds. Superb technical team. It's been my pleasure to get to know. Well done to our champions, and we look forward to seeing you on the grid. Thanks everybody. Be safe, be well, and we'll see you for real and virtually in a few months' time, no doubt. So from me and everybody on the team, thanks for joining the stream. Bye-bye for now.